Hello my friends, my name is WeeAddy and welcome back to the Pokémon Master Challenge with Pokémon Emerald. Last time, we started the playthrough for Generation 3 for the Hoenn Region, and we started off with our first partner Pokémon, Torchic. We of course also started our playthroughs for Ruby and Sapphire, and at the end of last episode, we were looking for a new partner, which we did find, but we were looking for a very specific partner. And off stream, I forgot to load up the video ahead of time, but I had been recording off stream, and if I found my partner, I was going to show it on camera. And I forgot to load up the video. I do have it recorded, but I don't have it like ready to show on stream, and I could scramble it together and get it so I could show it to people, but also I could just show you what's about to happen. So we are still here on this route, as you can see, and in my team right now, I have actually grinded up the levels on the Zigzagoon, because I figured while I'm doing this, at least on one run through of searches, you know, when I had some time, I decided, why don't I just KO all the Pokemon as I go, and then level up the Zigzagoon? And so I did, and so I got one to level 11, which puts us into the bracket for the next unlock of items, which I think the rare item now becomes the King's Rock. And then I got these guys to level 9. There was another one that was level 6. I was going to level up 2, and I realized once I get my new team member with Ralts, we'll only be using 4, so I just put him in the PC. But Ralts, as you can see here, there's one that's knocked out, because I did find a Modest Nature Ralts. So here it is. It took quite a while to find, but this is what we're looking for, exactly. Except only partially, because I kind of like certain Pokemon being certain genders. I would like Ralts to be female, but now that we have Modest Nature Synchronize, we can just look for another Ralts, and it's a 50% chance of being Modest Nature. And I made sure that it's going to work even while fainted. This is a known tactic. I did a little test capture beforehand where I caught 5 Pokemon, and 4 of them were Modest Nature. So we now have our Modest Nature Synchronizer. This is going to be great because we are going to be getting more Modest Nature Pokemon later in the playthrough, and it'll just be handy to have. So I am now going to continue searching for our actual team member, which is going to be a female Ralts that has Synchronize, and it'll have a 50-50 chance of having Modest. So we don't really need to do a whole lot more searching. The only thing I don't know for sure is with these Zigzagoon being level 9 now, will they KO with Tackle? Also, they learn Headbutt at level 9, making leveling up a lot easier. I was going to get these guys to level 11 as well, but I figured once I actually get back to the playthrough, because levels 9 to 11 take fucking forever. Level 8, fine. Level 9, and then like 10, 11 took forever. So I got them to level 9. As we progress through the gameplay today, I might battle some wild Pokemon with these guys to level them up to level 11. Also, the reason I also battled and leveled them up is because pickup, as we learned, only works by beating the wild Pokemon. So our items are now massive. I have 25 potions, 8 super potions, a hyper potion. Like, I didn't buy any of this. This is just all from pickup while I was grinding their levels. As you can see, my playtime is also 5 hours. That's how long I was like grinding the Zigzagoon. That's not even including the searching for Ralts when I didn't grind them. So I did a lot of off-screen grinding for this next episode. But yes, let me show you the items that we got. So we got all these. Hyper Potion being one of the best ones we could have got at that time. Got some escape ropes. We got some repels. We got some more X attacks and a nugget. So 5,000 right there. We don't have to worry about Pokeballs again. And we actually got the King's Rock. Like, I think the first or second item that my level 11 Zigzagoon got was the King's Rock, which is just crazy that it just happened like that quickly. Let's go ahead and sell the nugget, because that literally doesn't do anything, and it means that we can buy more Pokeballs, and I like Pokeballs. Oh, which, speaking of Pokeballs, actually I need to show something. This is nice. I mean, this feels a little bit cheesy. Like, before the first gym, I've already gotten like an absolute shit ton of items, but like, this is just pickup grinding. I didn't realize it was going to be that powerful, but man, like, after every single battle, it's a 10% chance for one of them to have something. And on a couple of battles, like, 2 of them would have something. But we also got a bunch of Pokeballs, as in a Great Ball and 4 Ultra Balls this early in the game. I think that's all we got. I also harvested my berries that I planted. I remember to go and get them, so I decided to just keep them on me this time and not plant them again. But yeah, that is pretty much everything from before, after last stream, but before this stream. So we are going to continue with hunting, specifically. I'm going to be hunting for Ralts again. I'm looking for a female with Synchronize, and then hopefully the Modest Nature will appear on it. It's a 50-50 shot. So we are going to start off again slow. I was considering not going live until I found my first Ralts of the day. But I figured may as well put the whole thing on camera. This episode is going to be us going and getting our first gym badge, which, depending on how long everything else takes, might be a very short one. So I was like, well, a little bit of padding, but I'd like to find the Ralts I'm going to use on the team in the wild on stream, not just like have it in my party. So finding a male Ralts was actually kind of a blessing. It's like I've got the nature I want. I can just now hunt specifically for the Pokemon I want, and it'll be a lot easier. I really contemplated just waiting till later in the game so we could like catch Abra at a much more reasonable encounter percentage, and then it comes at such a time that's like it's a little bit later to around the second gym, but also by the time that I have to come back here and get Ralts, it's level 4 versus like we'll be like mid 15s, 16s or something like that maybe. So I don't know. How's it going? Have you tried Pokemon MMO? I started the other day. Semi-interesting. I have not. I'm not really one for fan games for most franchises I play. Like there's a whole bunch of Sonic fan games and obviously a bunch of Pokemon ones, but I just kind of stick to the official stuff. It's kind of what I'm more into. I do have like a GBA, what do you call them? EverDrive type of thing, like a cartridge that obviously you plug in an SD card and you can play whatever. So I've got, whenever I got it from whoever I got it from, I bought it from somebody, they had obviously a bunch of ROMs already loaded onto it, including Pokemon Radical Red, which is a Fire Red mod, which actually has like Generation 9 Pokemon and all that in it, and I was like, oh, this is kind of neat. And I've played through it for a bit, but I've got to Mount Moon and I've just got the stage there where I'm like, kind of bored. I could keep playing, and I like the things that this game has in it, but also I just quite enjoy the official stuff and the original games that I played. So, I don't know. I'm also just not an MMO guy, but I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Hi, Darkflare. Morning, and I've been using the EV method of special and physical text, and it's helped me so much. I'm considering trying the pickup thing on Fire Red and a second playthrough. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that tactic work. I don't remember where I first heard that, but it came in major handy when I started this challenge for Generation 1 specifically, where I was like, how am I supposed to know what's physical and what's special? And someone said the EV thing, and I'm like, this is great information. And I was like, man, it's sort of difficult to remember which type is which. I had like written them down on a Discord message to myself to be like, okay, if I ever need to refer to it, I can go there. But that EV trick is just fantastic. Also off stream, you know, no sneaky shinies appeared, no Pokerus appeared. We didn't get magically lucky. We did find the Ralts, but only as a male. So we're just being sexist and looking for a female because I think the female is better. I just think female suits Gardevoir more, and yes, I know that there's all those people and they like Gardevoir for other reasons, but we are just going to get one because I think it more suits the aesthetic of the Pokemon. It's the same reason why I went for female for Chikorita. It's like, I just think Chikorita and like the Bailey family like look more like a feminine design, and it's like, that's the gender I want my Pokemon to be. I'm not that picky for the most part, but I think later on, it makes sense why you'd want a male Ralts over a female Ralts, and I kind of like them being separate for that reason. So I'm going to go until we get a female Ralts that has Synchronize, which thankfully, as mentioned, we can tell pretty quickly whenever it spawns in and it doesn't say it is Trace my ability, because obviously the ability then is Trace. But sadly, this might take a while. Funny enough, whenever I was searching for Ralts the first time off stream, or not the first time, but like just while I was searching off stream, I found maybe another 3 or 4 C-Dots, and some of them came pretty quickly. Like, we spent ages looking for C-Dot, and I found like 3 or 4 of them. I didn't catch any of them because later in the game we can find its evolutions, or at least the second stage evolution. So I'll be looking for it in the wild. I don't need more C-Dots themselves because I don't need to waste time leveling them up to the second stage if I can find it in the wild later. So that's neat. I found a whole bunch of C-Dot after taking ages to get the first one. Also, I just feel like it has more association with being female for Gardevoir. Exactly, like, I think it's just got, like, that kind of design. There's a bunch of Pokemon that have that kind of design. And I think there's a bunch of Pokemon that, like, look good where its gender don't seem to matter. And then there's a couple that definitely, like, have more of, like, a male, like, look to them. But You know, that's fine. Like Primarina, like Generation 7, the water type starter, like that's a female Pokemon. I don't care. That I know it's the usual like 87.5 to 12.5 gender ratio, but that's a female Pokemon right there. Incineroar, that's a male. Machoke, Machamp, those are male. And maybe I'm just being sexist or misogynistic, but I don't know. I think the character's design is influenced in that way. I mean, even though the gender ratio is 50-50 and they could have changed it, whatever. I just think, yeah, it looks more like a female design. I think there's other good like ones you can bring out as a reference, but we're just gonna keep looking for a little while. Because, as I say, this is going to be our only new team member for a while, and I thought, let's at least find it on stream, and at least that way it'll be something that is captured on camera, whereas if I find it off stream, it's like, I have it now, but now we just kind of move on, and I don't like doing shit off stream for the playthroughs. Like, I barely even like just grinding the Zigzagoon, but I felt like that would have been even more boring to do than what we're currently doing. Yeah, I think the whole Fennekin line would be more like female look. Like, because I got that whole witch vibe, yeah. I think of, like, other examples. But they're not coming to me. I also find like Ralts like pretty consistently in the wild here when I was looking for, well, I was looking for them, but I was like trying to obviously level up my Zigzagoon as well. But I was actually finding quite a number of Ralts, but a good chunk of them were trace abilities, so it's like wasting my time. I'm very happy that we got at least a Modest Nature, because man, like with Emerald's broken RNG, it's very possible that we wouldn't have like our Modest Nature Ralts on any like nearby frame. I think there was just points of the day where I was just like leaving the game on to let it run and just see, like, just get further along into the game's frames so that we had a bigger chance of just finding something a bit more random. Like, I know, again, 60 FPS means we have 60 potential Pokemon in any given second, meaning that the chances of us encountering a duplicate while random encountering are so very slim. But there's always still that nagging thing in the back of my head that's like, oh, but what are the chances that I just have and then I've wasted my time? Obviously that hasn't happened. Straight vodka. And by vodka I mean lemonade. I have had a bit of a stinker of a day. And the funny thing about it is that there's absolutely no reason as to why. Like, I've actually not had anything happen where I'm like, oh man, that's pissed me off. I've just been in a bit of a weirdly foul mood today. And so, I'm hoping this cheers me up today, because as always, I've been super looking forward to Pokemon. Because I fucking love Pokemon Emerald. I've also realized that today is Pokemon Go Community Day. I was meant to have, like, my Pokemon Go open in front of me just in case we get any sneaky little shiny score bunny. So I'm just gonna open that real quick. Well, there's only 30 minutes on it, but I may as well, right? So I'm gonna turn up the audio for the game, so whenever you hear it, yep, you're gonna hear some encounters. And if we find any shinies, then that's just neat. They're everywhere. Actually, they're not as plentiful as I just thought they were going to be. That's far away. So 5 of them outside, none of them shiny, so we're just gonna ignore them. I did go out for a little bit with Daisy, and let's see, how many did we find? We found, oh wow, I found 11 shinies in that. It was a very short walk. That's honestly quite surprising. Yeah, Community Day, just Pokemon Go just is a thing. It's like, it just sort of exists these days. Sorry, I'm trying to like search for something. I wanted to check, did any of my shinies come with the background? I don't even care about the backgrounds. I think that's such a waste of like they've put this thing in the game that makes it like, hey, this Pokemon is slightly rarer, and it's like, okay, it's a background. it means nothing. But people love it. For some reason, people love it. But none of my shinies had a background, so man, I guess I just didn't try hard enough. What a bitch. I should put down a lure. Even though I can't reach the stop from here. Look at me, I'm double Pokemoning. This is the Brain Rot era. Oh, there we go. There's a Ralts male, unfortunately. We don't need that. I will. You know what? I'll knock it out. I don't know why I'm not knocking things out already. I actually I do know why, because the more I knock things out, the longer like all this is gonna take. Because obviously we got move animations, and I turned move animations off when I was grinding the levels on these guys. But at this stage as well, the level of XP that we get is so minimal, so that's why I haven't been doing it. Although that was a knockout, so we might have just got some pickup. No, we didn't. I tell you what, we'll knock out every Ralts that we find that isn't our female synchronized Ralts. Adam may come to realize that he made a grave error in trying to search for this one specific Pokemon, but he ball. I like the idea that people are tuning into this episode after watching the last one and being like, he's still here? And I'm still searching. But at least this time, it's like, as long as it's female, like basically we're just working on 3 50-50s, right? So 50-50 for male-female, 50-50 for ability, and then 50-50 for it to get the modest nature. So it's not that bad. Right? It's just 3 coin flips. It's distractible coin flips. It'll be fine. And what's the worst that happens? We find a cheeky shiny along the way. We get Pokerus. You know, there's only good things here. Only good things. Although, if we find another Seedot, it's just going to be real sad. We are gonna be here for a while. I'm realizing the error of my ways. We're already 20 minutes in. I knew I should have waited until I found a female Ralts. But then, like, obviously it's still a coin flip whether it's gonna have synchronize or not. Oh well. We be ballin'. I mean, right now, what I'm doing is no different than... Instead of this being a Pokémon Master Challenge stream, this could have been a shiny hunting stream for specifically this route. And it's like, this would be the same thing that we'd be doing. But, obviously we have a plan. And as I say, today's plan literally is just get to the first gym and beat it. Which I expect will not take long. But because of the hunt here, I expect will take a bit of time. We got a Score Bunny! It's still regular color! Alrighty. It's gonna be every 5 minutes, but there's only 20 minutes left of Community Day, so I've only got 4 more Score Bunny to appear, unless any natural spawns appear around me, which they aren't. For some reason, like, I feel like over the last, like, couple of months, Pokemon Go's spawns have gotten a lot worse. Like, I used to have, like, a decent chunk at my mum's house, and whenever I like walk by there now, it's like a lot less. And then from my house, I started off like not very good because obviously it was not a high populated like play area, and I think because I play the game a lot, it increases that a wee bit, so the spawns were increasing, and then they just started to decrease again. Like after like a few months ago, like I don't know. It could be changes to like things with Scopely and stuff, but could also be that I'm imagining it. Was it placebo? Placebo? It could be nothing. Part of me feels like I should be knocking these guys out. Let's see. How much XP does a low tab give me? It just means that we're taking longer per... Because, like, every encounter takes maybe, like, 20 seconds. If we start knocking things out, it's, like, doubling the time because we have to wait for all the animations and XP bar and all that stuff. I just don't think it justifies it at the moment. A little bit later when the levels are higher, I think we'll be fine. Oh yeah, we got another knockout there, so I have to do a pickup check. Nope. This girl will be wondering why I've been running around in this grass for 5 hours. Actually, it's approaching 6 hours, but I suppose first hour of the game was us getting to this point, so this is perfectly normal. I honestly didn't think, like, I knew Ralts was like the rare encounter on this route, and like maybe they're a, I always thought they were a 5%, but even now, like 5% is obviously quite low, but it feels like 4% is just very, very uncommon. And I know, yes, well done, 4% uncommon. I swear, like Ralts would appear more whenever I was younger. It's like, oh, this was easy to find. I suppose I'm never like going this hard to find multiple Ralts. Like once you find one, you get it and you go. So maybe that's part of it. Is the fact I've been trying to find so many different variations of it. No, Tad. At the very least, we're streaming nice and early today. It's 4:43 p.m. Oh, good, a Ralts. And it's female, level 4, don't have Triss. No Triss, okay. We now have a 50% chance that it is the one that we need. I'm just going to toss a ball on it because I'm scared that Zigzagoon is going to hit too hard. If it uses Growl on me a couple times, then I'll go ahead and maybe attack it once, but a little bit worried. Okay. So it's a 50-50 shot here. It either has a completely random ability or it's modest. And if it's modest, it's the one that it's the one that we want. And modest! There we go. There we go. First female Ralts that we found. This is our new team member. All right. Good, good, good. I'm glad that that didn't take the entire fucking stream. Okay. Although I am going to see, let's see, Gen 3 IV check here. So again, this is going to be very hard to actually determine, but I'm going to plop its stats in and see what it happens to have, or it has a chance of having. And we'll just see its potential. I'm not going to go for a different one. This is the one that I caught and the one that I'm planning on using. At the very least, I'm not focusing on IVs. I'm focusing entirely on natures. Because if I start going on IVs, we'd be here forever. Ralts, level 4. It has a modest nature. Its HP is 17. Attack is 6. Defense is 7. Special attack is 8. Special defense is 7. And speed is 9. Calculate. Okay. Oh, man. Okay. So. It's possible IVs. HP is between 19 and 31, so a possible perfect there. Its attack and defense are between 0 and 24, so could be good, could be bad. Special attack is sadly between 0 and 9. So it could be awful in special attack, which is what we have boosted with Modest Nature. But that's fine. Special defense is 0 to 4, so also terrible. But speed is 20 to 31. So it could have good speed. Again, I'm not going to reroll for another one. We're just going to keep this one. This is, like, there's still some randomness in Pokemon that I think is worth, like, going for. Just going to take a screenshot of this so I can refer back to this at a later time. Okay, there we are. But there we go. That is our new team member, Ralts. Let's go ahead and heal up. So it's good. We're good to progress the game now. Now, you may have noticed, Ralts has only one move, and that move is Growl, which means it actually can't participate in battle right now because it cannot do damage. So, oh my god, we got it on stream! Pokerus on stream! That happened literally from the stream because I didn't have it when the game started today. That's fucking crazy! Oh my god, I'm peeking the mic. Oh my god, that is so cool. I don't have to like trade anything over from like a demo. Oh. Wait, your Pokemon may be infected with Pokerus. Little is known about the Pokerus except that they are microscopic life forms that attach to Pokemon. While infected Pokemon are said to grow exceptionally well. This doubles the EVs we get in battle. Oh my god. It's on every one of them. Again, we have no idea which Pokemon it was that caused this. But this is exactly what happened whenever I found my shiny Mew. Like, every Pokemon in the party was affected. That's so good! Okay, here's the important thing, though. Pokerus spreads. But it disappears after midnight has occurred, or after, like, a set amount of time, I think. So, at the very least, this Ralts is patient 0. Like, it needs to be the spreader. I cannot believe we got Pokerus. That's insane. Well, I'll figure that out later. Maybe I'll do that. Okay. Great. Okay, that's so exciting, actually. Right, okay, so here's what I'm gonna do, because I want to get Pokerus spread immediately. All these guys have it, and because these are my Zigzagoon pickups, they are going to lose it over time. You can stay. But I'm gonna put a bunch of Pokemon in here so that I can start to, like, have a storage of it. So basically, Pokerus is going to disappear over time. So you want to infect as many Pokemon as possible with it so that you have multiple different iterations of it. And then you can always, like, go back and get more. That is insane. I cannot believe I got that on stream. So that is 3 times rarer than a shiny Pokemon. And it's just a random thing that happens at the end of battle. Like, every Pokemon is rolled for it in your party. So you get 6 attempts at it, but, like, in total it's like a 1 in, like, 20,000 something attempt or possibility of happening. So this one has it, so I'm gonna move. Maybe I should have done this better. Because I don't know how if actually it works, like if it's just a matter of running from battle, or if you have to actually, like, fight the Pokemon. I cannot believe that we got that on stream. I'm actually more excited it happened on stream than it did, like, off camera. So I'm just going to do a couple of wild battles here to see if, like, it spreads without me needing to do any fights. Or if, like, running will let it spread. I don't know. But basically, it's another thing where after battle, it has a chance to move to another Pokemon next to it. But I might need to actually knock the Pokemon out, so let me actually go and get one of the other Zigzagoon that I actually want to put some levels onto. Because I don't want to battle wild Pokemon with Torchic. This is fantastic, because because we are going to EV train later in this playthrough, and when we do, this is just going to make the entire process so much easier. I'm sorry for screaming my lungs out and peeking the mic. I could see it, it was just a pure red bar. Okay. What an exciting, like, start to a stream. we got our team member on the second Ralts encounter. Obviously, that took 30 minutes, sadly. But we got Pokerus, which is one of the rarest things that we can get in the game. Okay, so we'll do a check after every battle, because obviously we got pickup as well, but I think you maybe have to like actually fight for it to spread. So yeah, so there you go. It's spread to almost everyone already. And I think moving them around just makes it a bit more likely to actually spread to Pokemon, so just split things up a wee bit. That is... I'm not gonna like stop gushing about that. This is the second episode, and we got on-screen Pokerus. And this sets us up for the future completely. Like, not just this game, but any game that we play from this point onwards. Oh good, we got a pickup. A super potion, damn, okay. So, that one didn't get it. That one didn't get it. Okay, so we're gonna just keep going. I wanna just try and infect as many Pokemon as possible. I don't want to accidentally lose Pokerus over this playthrough. We did get it in Generation 2 right at the end when I was grinding out stat experience for the final level 100 team. But that's so at the, like, being at the end of the game like that means that we didn't really get to utilize it. It obviously helped me finish things because stat experience is, it's very time consuming. I would say it's way more time consuming than EV training. Because EV training at least is like, it's a lot easier to track. Stat experience was a nightmare to track. Okay, there we go. Everything got infected. Alright. I'm actually buzzing that that happened. It's one of those things where, like, in Generation 2, in most games, I've never had legitimate Pokerus. I have obtained it, I think, in some of the later games. But, like, a lot of my, like, Generation 3 Pokerus acquisition would have been the likes of, like, bad eggs from whenever I was in my cheat phase. I think this is my... Yeah, this is my Modest Nature one, so this is the one that I'm planning on using. So, I've infected a couple Pokemon there. I'm gonna just put everything back now. We've got a couple of things here that can just hold on to what we have. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, this is my actual Ralts. I got a bit confused. All these Zigzagoon as well, because they've been obviously battling a bunch of wild Pokemon. They're more EV trained than anything else right now. Right, so let's get these guys all back in the party. I did have these guys in the order they were caught, but now I've completely ruined that, so that's a shame. I know, all I know is the level 11 was the last one I caught, but it was the first one I got to the high level. So these guys all have Pokerus. I think you go here. 29, yeah. So that will give us a way to like spread it later. Like these guys, obviously I'm keeping these multiple Ralts because they're all synchronized users, so it just gives us more options to synchronize with. Oh, you can't get the symbol. I'm just putting that there so I don't forget that those guys have it. Alright. Well, now we can continue our playthrough. So, Ralts is going to go leading the party for a little bit here to... we're going to have to do swap training for Ralts because at the minute, with no attacking moves, it literally cannot do battle on its own. So we have to lead the fights with it, and then swap out to Torchic to take the next attack. And hopefully win some fights. I cannot believe we have fucking Pokerus in the second episode of a playthrough. I would show you there's no cheats, but like literally I'm plugged into my fucking GameCube. I don't even know how I could cheat this. Oh no, I'm not a trainer, but that's right. If trainers lock eyes, it's a challenge to battle. If you don't want to battle, stay out of their sight. Also, we are in a new area. We're now progressing the story and the gameplay finally. This new area has 2 new Pokemon encounters at 20% and 10%. So we shouldn't be stuck with any more like long unable to find wild. It shouldn't be a nightmare. But let's do some battles and get some levels for Ralts, or maybe not levels, but some experience for Ralts. With youngster Billy. Fuck you, Billy! Alright, Ralts. Do what you know you do best. Leave. Okay. So we've got our Ember now. So Ember, we've got same type attack bonus, and it's a special move. So this is currently our best move, as mentioned at the last episode. The attack drop does nothing for us. I'm going to use Scratch anyway, though, just because even though I've got 24 PP in Ember, I also just don't like using the big move whenever it's like, you know, what, C-Dot? Oh, so you just fucking have one? You spent all that time there getting a C-Dot? I don't believe you. One thing about set battle is it's gonna make swap trading a lot harder because I have to send Ralts out and hope it doesn't get defeated. Which, when you're using Harden, isn't gonna be difficult. But it does mean that, like, we could send Ralts out to get experience and it could just get knocked out. And I can't heal it because I'm trying not to heal during battle either. So a couple of self-imposed limitations is gonna make it a little bit hard. But as soon as it gets its own attacking move, we can start focusing on it a little bit. Thankfully, Harden does nothing to protect against special, so we're all good. Ralts level 5. Do you get Confusion right away? No, you don't. Okay. Also, I started playing my Ruby file a little bit. Literally, all I've done is fight May. But Trico gets its elemental move at level 6 with Absorb, and I think that's bullshit. Why does Trico get special treatment? The sea, huh? I wonder what it's like at the bottom of the sea. I fished up a tough-looking Pokemon. It has the magical quality to it. It surely looks tough. Yes, it does. Magical quality to a fished-up Pokemon. I've just remembered. I've completely forgotten to leave Pokemon Go on. I got so excited about having Pokerus that I've completely forgotten about the potential shiny Scorbunny, even though I really don't need any more. We've got Magikarp, but it's level 9. Oh my god, a shit ton of them just spawned. Maybe because I had the game off, but the game was still, like, on. One there. Nope. Nothing new. Nothing yellow. But yeah, Magikarp has nothing special to it. It has Splash. It's not going to be a problem. We might have the type disadvantage, but when your only move is Splash, it's not really a problem. Unfortunately, Magikarp is also really shit for XP gains, so... Oh, I thought he was going to have more. I didn't pay attention to his levels. Also, this guy actually gave me money. 360? You sure don't live up to your name, do you? Oh, I get Magikarp. I just heard another spawn, but I didn't see it. Oh, it was that one. Okay. Alright. Boat. Tiny boat. Empty room. Okay, let's see. I think we just... Oh, I should be checking my Zigzagoon. I don't know if they do pick up after trainer battles. I assume they would. There was once a mighty stealer who never feared the sea, however stormy. I know that they're... Oh, berries! We got 2 Oran berries. And what do we got here? Hatcha berries. Okay, so same as what we already had. We will be focusing a lot more on berries at a later point. But we got a trainer here. We must have been fated to meet. May I ask for you for a battle? Why can't I fucking read today? Lady Cindy with a Zigzagoon, level 7. There's another one. I got 1 minute to find another shiny. Oh god. Attack drop, that's fine. We'll go ahead and use Ember. XP, not enough. Oh, I heard another one. Where was it? We have less than a minute to find it. And if we don't find it, it'll despawn. And if it despawns, it literally will just disappear. And even if it's like shiny, it'll just fuck off. Hello is the beginning of goodbye. I hope we meet again. Okay. As mentioned, we have new encounters on this route. So let's switch into a Zigzagoon. Because if we don't find the new encounters, I'm going to use Zigzagoon to knock out the ones that we don't need. And that'll help get them leveled up slightly. We find it on the first go. It's Marill! I've also just found some Marill here in this game. What the hell? There is a Pokemon Pokopia event right now, so all Marill... yeah, Marill has a chance to turn into Ditto. Oh, I need to catch this thing. I was about to knock it out. So I'm going to catch the ones that have just spawned around me to see if any of these are Ditto. Because Ditto has a funny hat and might also be shiny. Defense curl to boost physical defense. That's fine. I'll be putting Pokemon Go away in just a moment. Okay, let's go for a Pokeball. We technically could find Marill on the previous route, but you had to have something that we don't have access to just yet. So it wasn't something that we could actually obtain. Aqua Mouse Pokemon, Marill. That was nice. That was on the first encounter. Which one was Marill? Marill is the 20% encounter. So next one we need is a 10% encounter. Oh, I forgot to check. Ah, well. Marill is number 55. Okay. Oh, I forgot my Pokédex isn't ordered like that. Oh, Marill is a... I kind of just blanked on the fact that that's a Generation 2 Pokemon and that we don't need to catch it. Technically. However, there is something very important, but I'm going to catch this Marill in Pokemon Go first. The Marill is somewhere in Generation 2. I need to mark that off my list. Marill. I don't know Pokédex numbers well enough to know where it's supposed to be. Oh, there's the Azumarill and Marill. So, get in the ball. So in Generation 1, we captured every Pokemon. It was a living dex, right? And obviously that's the point here with Generation 3. We're going for another living dex. Just gonna check this picky pack. And we'll put the game away now. So, in Generation 3, obviously we're gonna go through and do a living dex for all the Generation 3 Pokemon. But obviously this is a regional dex that has Pokemon from Generation 1 and 2 in it as well. With the very first Pokemon that we found there from another generation being this Marill from Generation 2. In Generation 1, we can just catch everything, you know, we just do it all in one game. In Generation 2, yes, we can catch everything in Johto, but I wanted to catch all the Kanto Pokemon as well, so that we could get the diploma at the end of the game. In Generation 3... Sorry, in Generation 2, to do that, we transferred all of our Generation 1 Pokemon over to log them into the Pokédex, and then we shared them back over to Generation 1. Generation 3 is the original Dexit. There is no connectivity between Generation 1 or 2. The changes to everything, like the IVs, the EVs, all the things we've covered in the previous episode, basically mean that they're not compatible with Generation 1 and 2. So, technically, Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald have no way to complete the Pokédex. At least at the time that they were released. Or Ruby and Sapphire didn't anyway. Emerald came out a little bit later whenever things became a bit more accessible. We'll get into that a bit later. You couldn't find all 300 plus Pokemon in this game. Only the 200 something that exist in this actual cartridge. So it's the first Dexit, essentially. And because of that, and because I want to get the diploma, we are going to, unlike Generation 2, we are going to catch every single Pokemon that we find. So any Generation 1 Pokemon, any Generation 2 Pokemon, we will be catching them, just like we did in the past. It means that our workload is going to be a lot higher this time around, but I think we can do it. I think we can do it. And it's something that I have never achieved properly, is completing the entire full Pokédex of Generation 3. So it's a personal challenge that I want to try and strive for. So hopefully we'll be able to do that. So all the Pokemon that exist in this game right now, that are Generation 1 and 2, we will be catching them since we can't transfer them over. But as I said, there's only about 200 in this game, so we're gonna have to figure out something for the other amounts that exist. Wink. Ah, there we go. Tealo, the 10% encounter on this route, is the only other Pokemon that we're missing. Let me scroll down to where... Oh god, I should remember not to use that. I killed it! Oh man, I wasn't paying attention. I thought Tackle wouldn't KO it, but oh well. It'll be easy enough to find again. Talo, there it is there, okay. Izzy's done a real poor job of getting under the blanket. Okay, let's take an Ultra Ball! I think that might be one of the rarest things that level 1 to 10 Zigzagoon can find. And a Great Ball from the level 11. We gotta find another Talo. We fucked up. I'm sorry. Yeah, thankfully these Pokemon are a little bit higher level, so it's not as pointless to knock them out. It'll be better if we go to the next area, and the area after that, obviously, but once we find this Talo, we'll move on. I'm not going to sit here and grind out the entire time. And I think I'll just throw a ball next time, because did not mean to kill it. It's not the plan. All this extra EVs that my Zigzagoon has been getting from knocking out Pokemon and from getting Pokerus, it's just too much for it, you know? I don't know if I ever like properly explained how like the EVs work. So like, I explained how you can like distribute them between the Pokemon, but in Generation 1 and 2, like you just took the Pokemon's base stats and added it to an overall total. In this game, and you know all games that came out afterwards, basically. Antidote. The way it works is every Pokemon in the game has an assigned stat that whenever you knock it out, it will give that stat to your EVs. So let's say Wurmple here, maybe he has a stat of 1. It goes 1, 2, or 3 depending on the species of Pokemon. So like more rare or higher like value Pokemon will have a stat as high as 3. Some will have some like level 2, and some will have level 1. So every time you knock out that Pokemon, you get that 1, 2, or 3 in that stat that you're trying to gain. There's Talo. Level 5 this time. Okay, we're not gonna knock you out. We're just gonna toss a ball and pray. So, okay, let's go for Talo. Maybe Talo has speed EVs. So when you KO a Talo, you gain 1 speed EV. And so you gotta do that until you reach the limit of your EV training that you want to go for. So for a lot of Pokemon, the maximum is 252. It's technically 255, but 252 is where the stats cap out for actual like gaining of oh good, this might help. I might go for the tackle again. I missed. Okay, that's fine. Maybe go for another Groyle. No? Okay. I'm gonna try it again. Okay. Did I like get a critical on the last Talo and I just wasn't paying attention? Or is this level 5 just way beefier? So yeah, then, so like for every, obviously you knock out a Talo, you get 1 stat EV, and then you gotta do that until you get to 252 stat EVs. So it takes a while to do, and there are ways to improve it. So Pokerus, as we have obtained, doubles the amount of effort values that you get from knocking out a Pokemon. So if a Pokemon gives you 1, you get 2. If it gives you 2, you get 4. So you want to go for some of those high value targets to get more EVs as you go. But obviously that's not always doable. Sometimes you just gotta go for the 1. There are going to be items that come up later in the game that will make it so that you can gain specific EVs better, or like +4 every time you knock out a thing. So there's ways to do it all a lot more efficiently. And obviously the stat boosting items like the protein and the iron and all that boost your stats by 10 EV points at a time. So there are ways to go faster, but eventually you'll have to go down to just knocking out wild Pokemon over and over and over and over again. And the only way to know what EVs they're going to get you is to look it up online. There's nothing in game that tells you what they're going to give you. Typically, it seems to be whatever their best stat is the one that they grant. But not always. Sometimes it's just some other stat. But with that, we are good to continue. We got the Talo. Let me add that to my Pokedex. And with that, this area is good. We now need to go upwards into Heidelberg Woods. I went too far. So in here, we have a lot of encounters with 1, 2, 3, 4 new Pokemon with a 15%, 10%, 10%, and 5% encounter. So let's see, what should we do first? We could go straight for the wild encounters right away. Or maybe we just go focus on the trainers next. We'll see. We have a Shroomish, which is one of the new encounters. Well, I should switch out. Well, firstly, I want to see, did Torchic get infected with... Yeah, it did. Okay. Let's switch over to Zigzagoon. And we'll go for a tackle. Nice. Absorb is a grass type. It's the move that Trico learns at level 6 I mentioned. And it gains health back based on the amount of damage that you do. Seems to be its only attacking move so far. I'll do a little bit more damage, and then I think it's time for Ball. This Zigzagoon again a little bit weak. I could go back to Pokemon Center. I don't really like to spaff away items, but with all the potions that we got from the pickup ability, I feel like I'm being a bit stingy by not using it. There we go. We got Shroomish. So that is the easiest encounter to find. Okay, let's give this guy a potion. I feel like I've cheated, but it's just what pickup is like. I've never realized how good pickup was as an ability. I mean, obviously, specifically, you have to like build like a team of 4 pickup users, but still. Sometimes there are things on the ground, even if you can't see them. That's why I always check where I'm walking. Ah, damn it. 1 tile. And another Shroomish, but that's okay. We already have one, so we're good. But yeah, they sometimes make it obvious that there's going to be a hidden item, like right here, with a potion that we just used. I think I'm going to put Zigzagoon in the lead, because I think we're just going to be finding wild Pokemon for a wee bit here. There are going to be trainer fights in here, but we gotta do this first. Hello. You're a thief if you tried to steal someone else's Pokemon. You should throw Pokeballs only at wild Pokemon. And here's a Pokeball to try it out. Anything here? There's usually like pretty common areas that you can find like hidden items. So like areas that are only 1 block wide like this. It's like, okay, there could be an item right on this spot right here. You gotta like go up next to it and press A on it. But you'll get an item later that makes it a bit easier to locate these hidden ones. I'm not going to go out of my way to like check every spot that I think could be a thing. We have a Silcoon. I can never tell from the sprite which one is which. Silcoon is another new one here. It's one of the 10% encounters. So let's take this guy down a little bit. Silcoon is the first stage evolution of Wurmple. So just like with Generation 1, how you could find wild Metapod or wild Kakuna for Weedle and Caterpie respectively. You can find them here in the wild for Silcoon as well. Oh, but playing tough. If it keeps on hardening, I'll be able to hit it again though, so that's not too bad. Although kinda... I mean, 20 Pokeballs isn't low, but kind of feeling like I'm already kind of low on Pokeballs. Nice. Add that one to my Dex counter. But there's only two more new encounters in this area, so you know what? We're already basically done. Let's keep on looking for them. One of them is a 5%, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. And in the meantime, things like Shroomish will knock out with our Zigzagoon. Honestly, you'd think that I'm actually like using these Zigzagoon on the team with all the training that I'm accidentally giving them, but it's not the point. I just want them to be higher level for the pickup. If we're gonna have these guys, we might as well get them good enough to get better things. Like, depending on how long it takes, I might have these guys on my team for a while. So if I can feel like I might even put them up to level 21 and higher for the next batch of items. We can't start earning rare candies until I think we get to that next stage. This is level 6 Shroomish, that's a lot tougher. But the critical hit just invalidated. Oh! It had Spore. So, making contact with it, it has paralyzed my Zigzagoon, but it hit level 11, so that one is good and ready to sit back. So we'll now switch into one of these guys. I think it was Effect Spore was the name of the move, or ability. Spore is an actual move that puts Pokemon to sleep. Wild Wurmple, not what we need. I really thought these guys would be going down a lot quicker, so like Headbutt is a pretty decent like normal type move. On top of Zigzagoon being a normal type for Stab, I thought I'd be like taking these guys out pretty easily. Level 6 Poochyena. Yeah, those are some XP. That's okay. And another Poochyena. To sort of clarify, the encounters on this area are 30%, 25%, 15%, 10, 10, 5, 5. The Tailo that we caught in the last area was a 10%. The Tailo in this area is a 5%. So it somehow gets rarer in this forest, but it's the equal amount of rarity as one of the Pokemon that we don't have, one of the newer ones. So that's kind of weird. But in total, we have a 15% chance to find something new out of what we're looking for here. Hopefully it won't take too long. Because I'm not exactly trying to go for Zigzagoon trading right now. And I no longer need to hunt for Pokerus. I still can't believe that happened. I legitimately was going to wait until like the end of the game and be like, right, well, we never got it naturally. I'll trade over one of the ones from my other game. You could argue I'm cheating, but also grinding is a pain in the ass. Like, I found it naturally in one of my other games, so I would have traded it over very happily, been like, look, it's no different than having a friend that found it naturally. Like, I didn't cheat. I still found this, just, you know, not part of the series. But now I don't have to. No, I don't have to trade it over. I found it in the series, and that's honestly really special. Finding it on stream, it was even better. Because I have the recording for Generation 2 where I found it, and I was kind of like, well, if I ever like need footage to prove that I found it naturally, I have it. Not that I think I would need to prove anything. Like, I'm sure people aren't going to be doubting me. But it's just nice to have some way to be like, yep, I got this, all like completely just by chance. There's no way to like, well, there is ways to like force it in Generation 3 with bad eggs and stuff, but I don't know how to force it in Generation 2, but I had recorded evidence of getting it in that game, and now I have streamed evidence of getting it in this game, and I cannot believe that. The luck of that on the second. And like, that was 30 minutes. 30 minutes of hunting. I'd spent, as you saw in game, like 5 hours of my playtime, but obviously 4 hours was probably like the actual in-game time of doing battles. And that's obviously not including all the time that I didn't save, because in this game, you don't actually have to fight the Pokemon for Pokerus to be contracted. In Generation 2, you have to battle them. Wild encounters alone will not cut it. You have to actually fight them and defeat them. Whereas in Generation 3, I think running away counts. But, yeah, it's, you know, all that time that I spent off-stream looking for Ralts didn't get it to me. No, I found it in 30 minutes on stream. Like, that's just crazy. Anyway, I know that's all I'm talking about, but also, like, look at what we're doing. I don't exactly have much interesting commentary right now. And I'm also out of PP for the Zigzagoon's Headbutt, so I might trade it out to start using one of the other ones, because the lack of higher damage is going to be a pain in the ass. Oh, full heal just to get rid of the full heal, or to replace the full heal I just used. I cannot believe these other two Pokemon are taking this long. Like, I know we just spent 30 minutes looking for a 4% Ralts, but that's not the point. There's a 10% here. A couple of other Pokemon are 10%. Shroomish is 15% itself. Like, Every time we find a Shroomish, it could have been either of the two Pokemon that we were looking for. But no. No. By the way, Emerald is full of 1% encounter Pokemon. We will be going for all of them. I'm sorry ahead of time. I don't mean to upset you, but we are going to do it. And if you didn't expect that after watching Generation 2 and Generation 1, what's wrong with you? Should be checking the pickups on these guys after every battle, just to be min-maxing, you know? Because there's always a chance that we could fill one of these guys up and then take a battle and it should have been filled up again. It's like, oh man, we missed a chance for a pickup. That's a shame. Do not paralyze me again, please. And it happens off of physical attacks, so if we were using, like, you know, flamethrower or something, oh, it has, oh, it's called Effect Spore. Oh wait, I think actually Effect Spore might be the same ability. And so instead of it being paralyzed only, it can also poison. That's interesting. Well, we should get rid of that right away. We have antidotes. Poison over some set amount of time. Well, every 5 steps we take poison damage basically in the overworld. And eventually the Pokemon can get KO'd from that. We find the 5% Tailo instead of the other 5%. Great. Great. Anything? Yep. It's just so common. It's a 10%, and yet I feel like it always I mean, we're rolling 10% 4 times, so of course it's going to like feel common, but just the amount of items you can get from doing this is crazy. Then again, I guess you're not supposed to just randomly start battling every wild Pokemon you see in an attempt to find a one specific encounter. So I have kind of forced the game to do this. But, oh well. I am amazed that this has, like... There's only 2 Pokemon we need. Only 2. This is crazy. Like, we found Shroomish and Silcoon, like, pretty close one after another. Like, there was barely anything in between that. Nope, nothing. Wormpull again. Boy, oh boy, I have no idea why these 2 Pokemon are acting like they don't exist. Like, there's always that feeling in the back of your head when you're doing something like this where you're like, okay, that's another Silcoon. There's always that feeling in the back of your head where you're kind of like, have I made a mistake? Is it actually like one of the other games that has these encounters? And I'm like, no, it's Emerald. I can see it on Cerebi. They're supposed to be here. Then again, we found during Generation 1 and 2 that Cerebi had some mistakes, and I had to go to Bubblepedia to get the right answers. So, you know, it's not always flawless looking at that one source. That said, I'm pretty sure these are meant to be here. Another potion. Oh, there we go. Cascoon, the evolved form of Wormpull, again. So Wormpull has a split evolution after its very first stage. It can evolve into Silcoon or Cascoon, and both of them will have their own unique evolutions as well. Let's go for one more. Alright, let's go for one more. As you can tell, just like Metapod and Kakuna, all these guys can do is harden. I don't know why they did another set of these. But it's pretty much a trend. I need to see. It doesn't help that much. Removes those two. The last Pokemon we can find, I was looking to see if we could repel trick it. And it can appear at level 6, as can Wurmple and Poochyena and Tailo. Cascoon and Silcoon only appear at level 5, so we can whittle them out of the equation. But that doesn't really boost the odds by much. It basically means that we have 20% extra going. I think we should go and... Yeah, we'll go and heal at a Pokemon Center just so we can get the PP back. Because at the very least, if we're gonna keep on looking for this Pokemon, I want to get these Zigzagoon to level 11 just so they can start earning the higher grade items. But after that, we can just focus entirely on encountering that last Pokemon that we're looking for. Let's go to Petalburg. I think what we'll do here is, on the way back in, I'll go straight to the next trainers and progress through the actual area. And then when we get to the end, we'll hunt for that last Pokemon. There's only one more Pokemon we need to find. Maybe we should just focus on this, because then we can just run from every wild battle. I don't know. Yeah, I'll focus on there's only one Pokemon. It's a 5%. We've already found 5% with Tailo. Twice. So realistically, it shouldn't be too difficult to find the last Pokemon. And then when we do, we can just focus on getting out of here. I'm going to look ahead of time to see what comes up in the next area. Okay, so it's the same encounter table. That's fine. Oh, I could have tackled that one there. That's okay. As soon as we get to level 38, or no, level 11, then we're good, so it doesn't matter. I don't think we're going to run out of PP before then. Another Cascoon. It might be a good idea. And maybe I should have thought about this the last time I found another Cascoon. Or another Silcoon. But I'm pretty sure that the evolutions of these Pokemon... Yeah. Yes, we cannot find the evolutions of these Pokemon anywhere. So we could catch another one of these guys, or though... The fact that they don't have... We could also just catch Wurmple. Because that would be a lot easier to evolve. Let's see. It's like evolutions like that we're going to do at the very end game. So actually it doesn't really matter how easy they are to evolve. Because we'll be able to fight much higher level Pokemon. So I'll catch one more Silcoon and Cascoon when I find them. Because we need their evolutions later, and there's no way to find them in the wild, so we'll need to come back for a Cascoon and Silcoon eventually. So if I find them right now, we'll catch them right now. There we go. Did I add Silcoon and Cascoon? I don't know how the font changed there. What the hell? What? What are you doing? Why is that happening? I'm not even going to question it. I don't care. Okay. I'm going to drop a save. I don't know why. I just like to save often. Okay, come on, 5% encounter. Nope. Oh, I've just realized I haven't been checking the Zigzagoon as I've been fighting. Oh, okay, there's only one item. We could have had like the entire party loaded up with items there and whoa, wasted my time. Wasted all these battles. It's not just about XP. It's about the items as well. Gonna bother checking. We're like 2 fights away from leveling up, so let's just keep going. God, it's so upsetting that it just doesn't KO in one hit. Okay, you're almost done. The only problem with doing this is I'm going to really struggle to have Pokemon that are able to, like, weaken wild Pokemon. That'll be fine. We can just throw balls and get lucky. God knows I've got a bit of luck on my side today after having a really rotten day, so it's not too bad. And again, there's nothing that caused me to have a rotten day. I just sort of had, like, a bad mood all day for no reason. And I don't know why. It's just one of those things that happen sometimes. Antidote, so let's trade you into there and then you into there, and then once we have all 4 of them at level 11, we're on the higher grade for all of them, so every battle is going to be a little bit more worth it. There we go. What? Oh, so you can take them out in one hit? Either that one had really piddly defense or piddly HP, or I've got better attack on this one than the last one. How do you do with a Poochyena? Ah, not quite. But flinch, we'll take it. Should be checking these guys, nothing on them. Sure, it's been a while since we had something that wasn't just Wurmple or Poochyena. I kind of forgot that I wasn't just sitting here mindlessly grinding Zigzagoon. I mean, back in my head was like, oh yeah, we're looking for like the 5% counter, but also I was kind of like, la-di-da-di-da. I probably should go for Headbutt again. Okay, it's fine. I think I considered Shroomish on one of my 3 teams, like between Pokemon Emerald and Ruby Sapphire, and then just ultimately decided like, nah. I didn't think it was going to be that useful, or I thought there were better things for each team. I haven't finalized one of my teams, so like my Ruby team I think is like sort of ready to go, like in my mind, but I think I'm missing a Pokemon in my Sapphire team. And I also have like a conundrum that I cannot explain out loud right now without giving away some of the team members, so I'll be keeping that to myself. Thank you for letting me bring it up and holding it over your head, and I'm sure we'll all remember this months from now whenever we get to the point where it matters. Especially since these are the ones that are non-stream, so it does not matter. Hey! There we go. Slack Off is the 5% encounter for this area. Or, well, a 5% encounter for this area. I'm going to go straight into the ball just because I am worried about attacking it. I think it would be fine with a tackle, but... what's it going to use? Scratch, okay. I am going to go... okay, I'll go for a tackle. Yeah. Slackoth has an ability that makes it so that every other turn it loafs around. I think that makes it kind of pointless, and I know that the trade-off there is that Slackoth, whenever it fully evolves, is a really powerful physical normal type Pokemon. So just by pure power it can be really good, but I don't know, I just don't think it's worth... I don't think it's worth the Truant ability is what it's called. But there we go, that is all the Pokemon in this area that we needed to catch. So let me see. Slack Off. Font. Why is the font changing? we go. Just try this. Okay, that's better. I fixed it. I fixed the font. Just a small, pointless thing. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's drop a save. And we can finally progress. Emerald, I think Emerald is notorious for having a lot of like really like plentiful like high or low encounter Pokemon. What did I just use? Yeah, I thought I used a Pokeball. I'm going to use a potion on this Zigzagoon because eventually I will be probably fighting more wild Pokemon with it, but not just yet. We're going to finally progress and do some trainer fights. I caught a whole bunch of Pokemon. Go, 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 my bug Pokemon team! I'll got your Lyle with 4 Pokemon and starting off with a level 3 Wurmple. I would happily take that on with my Ralts if, you know, I could attack, but Torchic, take point. Again, I could have used, like, Ralts at the start of a lot of those Zigzagoon fights to swap train, but wild Pokemon yield less experience points than trainer Pokemon, and also I don't want to just, like, mindlessly gain, like, EXP off of wild Pokemon. I want to exclusively use my team for Pokemon like this, for battles like this. I am wondering, is there a point? It gained, like, 11 XP. Okay, so it can level up by the end of this fight if I keep doing this. I did not take my sleep pill last night and sit up past until 5 AM. Damn. That sounds like me normally. Except last night I did go to bed at like a reasonable-ish time because I was really fucking tired. And I woke up today and I was still really fucking tired. Brisk! We got our team member. It's Ralts, a female Ralts that has modest nature and synchronize. And I got Pokerus in the stream. We found it after getting the Ralts. We went to the Pokemon Center to heal and she told us we had Pokerus. I did not have it before this stream. Craziest fucking thing. So, missed some pretty hype shit, but to be fair, we are an hour and 20 minutes into the stream and it's been mostly wild battles because I have been trying to find the wild encounters for the route, so it's just been a little bit of a grind. We spent 30 minutes looking for Ralts because we didn't have it yet. I ended up finding a male Ralts with modest and synchronize at between episodes, and I decided I wanted to find the one that I wanted to use, the female Ralts, mid-episode, so we spent 30 minutes at the start looking for the Ralts, found it, and then, you know, we just moved on to the next area, beat some trainers, caught some wild Pokemon, and now we've made it to the forest where we have been spending a good chunk of time looking for a 10% and 5% encounter. We've just found all that, meaning that we're now able to progress to the next area. So we have, we've been keeping a little bit busy, with a little bit of a slow start because of like grinding Zigzagoon and looking for wild encounters, but Ralts hit level 6. Do you learn your first move? Yes, Confusion. Ralts can now do its own battles. Confusion being a psychic type move, meaning that it gets same type attack bonus, meaning that it can actually do some damage. I am still a little bit upset over the fact that like we got exactly the Ralts that we wanted, but that special attack IV being between 0 and 9 is going to be really bad long term. But I'm hoping it won't matter too much. Alright, so yeah, Ralts can now just take point and do some battles of her own. And thankfully all these bug types, although Bug is super effective against gas, Bug is super effective against grass. Bug, it is, but that's not what it is. Bug is super effective against Psychic. So technically we're at disadvantage, but I don't think any of these bug types actually know how to do anything. I'm going to attack this one because I'm pretty sure we got another Cascoon and this is another Silcoon. So this is one that we need so that we can get an evolution later. This has been very efficient. The Zigzagoon armor, yeah, I grinded up their levels between episodes by one of my searches. I decided to just grind out the levels rather than just doing random encounters for Ralts and getting them to level 11 so they can get higher rewards from pickup. I only got one to level 11, the others I got to level 9, and so we've been grinding them up slowly again on the episode here today. But during all that searching, you know, I didn't find a shiny, I didn't find any Pokerus, I didn't find the Ralts I needed until like last night or so, like a day or two ago. I found a male Ralts, and I'm like, it is what we need, but I wish it was female. So I decided I'm going to go for a female Ralts. Synchronized means it's a 50-50 coin flip, and as long as it has synchronized whenever we find it as well, then there's a decent chance that we just find the Ralts that we wanted to use. And we did find it on our second Ralts, but it did take 30 minutes. So it took a bit of time, but we've got our first 2 team members here. We've got our Zigzagoon, our army. It's been pretty good. And we just caught another Silcoon there, so we now have a Pokemon. We now have evolutions ready for Silcoon and Cascoon later in the game when we're doing all of our evolutions, so that's nice. Let's continue on here. Hello. Not a one to be found. Hello, have you seen any Pokemon called Shrubbish around here? I really love that Pokemon. I was going to ambush you, but you had to dawdle in Petalburg Woods forever, didn't you? I got sick of waiting, so here I am. You, Devon researcher, hand over those papers. Aye! You're a Pokemon trainer, aren't you? You've got to help me, please. Hun? What do you think you're doing? What, you gonna protect him? No one who crosses Team Aqua gets any mercy, not even a kid. Come on and battle me. We don't know what this is, do we? It's some Sealer Man, Team Aqua Grunt. Level 9 Poochyena, damn, okay. So, Ralts would normally take this fight. However, its only move being Psychic means it cannot do anything to a Dark type, so... Sorry, Ralts, we're getting swapped out again. But it does also mean being swap trained like this, essentially Torchic could go down because this Pokemon's only 2 levels lower than ours. And we could have taken damage there. Instead, we got hit with a sand attack, so our accuracy is lower, and now it's howling for higher attack. Hopefully we can land this and get a critical hit from that focus energy. Not a critical hit, but good damage all the same. Nice, no misses. No drama with that one Poochyena, so that's all good. You're kidding me! You're tough! Oh, that fisherman that had 1 Magikarp gave me double the money that this grunt just gave me. You've got some nerve meddling with Team Aqua. Come on and battle me again! I wish I could say that, but I'm out of Pokemon. And hey, we of Team Aqua are also after something in Rustboro. I'll let you go today. Whoa, that was awfully close. Thanks to you, he didn't rob me of these important papers. I know, I'll give you a Great Ball as my thanks. My guy, my Zigzagoons get me Ultra Balls, you're worth nothing. Didn't that Team Aqua thug say they were after something in Rustboro too? Uh-oh, it's a crisis! I can't be wasting time! Okay, bye. And a skip rope. Oh. Hello. Yo there, your Pokemon doing okay? If your Pokemon are weak and you want to avoid battle, you should stay out of the tall grass. Anyway, there's some tall grass you can't avoid. We got another Silcoon. That's fine. We don't need to grind on wild battles anymore. I mean, we could with Zigzagoon, but we're just going to get out of this area. Until we're in an area with new wild encounters, we'll leave Zigzagoon alone. If you take bug Pokemon to school, you get to be instantly popular. I don't think that's true. I don't. For some reason, I think kids don't like bugs all that much. Bug catcher James? James, he's got a Nincada. We haven't even seen that Pokemon before. It can't be found here. I don't even know where you find Nincada. But finally, Ralts can fight its own fight. If this guy's gonna only use Confusion, I mean Harden, then it's not an issue. Oh, Confusion's side ability. It has a chance to confuse the enemy. Confusion means that there's a chance that the Pokemon will attack itself, such as like it has just done. Look at that. Thanks, Ralts. Good hit. Second Pokemon, what he got? It's another Nincada. Okay. Boy, some of these trainers are very creative. Oh, wow. And if we had gotten... Oh, that's a bug-type move. Leech Life. Could be good damage. It wasn't that bad damage. Good stuff. There we go. Ralts is getting up there finally. I can't be popular if I lose. And that's a lesson we should all learn from. Kids, don't lose because you'll be unpopular. So just don't try. And you won't lose. Ding! Great advice from WeeAddy once again. Thank you, everybody. I think that might be the last trainer of this area. We got some trees that look like they can be cut down, whatever that means. But we're all done here. This next area also only has Pokemon that we've already caught before, so we don't have to do any wild encounters here. But we have some cherry berries. Those will heal paralysis. And more orange berries here by the looks of it. And I believe in here... Hello, this is the Pretty Petal Flower Shop, spreading flowers all over the world. Your name is Adam. That's a nice name. Adam, would you like to learn about berries? Sure. Berries grow on trees that thrive only in soft, loamy soil. If you take some berries, be sure to plant one in loamy soil again. A planted berry will soon sprout, grow into a plant, flower beautifully, then grow berries again. I want to see the whole wide world filled with beautiful flowers. That's my dream. Please help me, Adam. Plant berries and bring more flowers to the world. Oh, I thought you were going to give me something to help me with that. Hello, the more attention you give to flowers, the more beautifully they bloom. You'll like 10 of the flowers, I'm sure of it. You can have this. The Wilmer Peel, which is what I thought the girl was going to give me. While berry plants are growing, water them with the Wilmer Peel. Oh, another thing. If you don't pick berries for a while, they'll drop off into the ground, but they'll spread again. Isn't that awesome? It's like they have the will to live. Can't relate. I'm trying to be like my big sisters. I'm growing flowers too. Here you go. It's for you. Oh, a Pecha Berry. So now we can water our berries, which, I don't know how often you're supposed to do it, but I believe they can make them better. Hang on, what did she just say? You can plant a berry to grow up big, or you can make a Pokemon hold it. But now they have machines that mixes up berries and makes candies for Pokemon. I want some candy too. Oh, she's alluding to something that we'll get to later. Spoilers! Spoiler wench. Here are some more very obvious potential hidden items in the grass. And it teaches you to like look for these patterns whenever you go to like different areas. Nope. Yep. Nope. And don't know. Haven't found it yet. We have a Marill. And nothing there. That's fine. We're kind of done with you, Wurmple. Leave. Okie dokie. There's some more trainer fights on this route, such as this gent here. Oh sure, I'll accept your challenge. I have a lot of money. Humble brag, but okay. Weird flex to start a battle with. Oh, I see. Rich boy Winston. Yeah, you have a lot of money, but your name's fucking Winston. No offense to any Winstons out there, but like, come on. Oh, that did about 5 HP. We can survive another one, but hopefully this confusion does more than half. It does not. We might need to swap out. Ralts getting its attack lowered is not a problem. That's okay. So he's rich and dumb, which is pretty much accurate to real life as well. So that's yeah, pretty up there. Nice. We are approaching the next town, and we could just go to the Pokemon Center, but we may as well give 1,400. Damn, you are rich. There's some things money can't buy. That's Pokemon. Yep, because the resale market on these games is through the fucking roof. There we go. We forgot to check these guys, but we've only done like one battle, so that makes sense. Hello, girl, very far away. Should I or shouldn't I? Okay, sure, I will battle. Healy with a Lotad. Ooh, critical hit. Astonish being a ghost type is going to be super effective. That did 7 HP, damn. I'm not sure how quickly Ralts gains new moves and stuff, but Confusion only for a while is going to be a pain in the ass. Shroomish. Well, at least we're sort of catching up to Torchic's level here. I like keeping my Pokemon like evenly leveled, as we've seen between, you know, Pokemon Yellow and Pokemon Crystal. And with only the two of them on the team for a while, it should be pretty easy to do, but as we get more team members, it's going to be a bit more of a chore. 82 experience at a piece, though, is not too bad. I shouldn't have battled. 96? Bruh, you need to fucking get on this guy's level with the 1400. What are these trainers doing, not giving me fucking oodles of cash? Okay, we are about to do something pretty cool. And I wasn't going to heal, but I think I should. Just a backup. But, let's see, maybe I should use an orange berry? It heals, oh, whoops. It heals 10 HP, so let's give that to Ralts. Maybe I should, oh, fuck me. Why does check tag have to be the first option? Yeah, I'll do it on Torchic as well. And I'm actually going to give these to Ralts and Torchic as well. So, as held items, it means that they can eat them mid-battle. Because we are about to enter something that Generation 3 introduced for the first time ever. We are twins, so we battle Pokemon together. Generation 3 introduced the concept of double battles, which pretty much has been like the way that Pokemon is played. I think whenever this was first revealed, it was one of the coolest fucking things. 2-on-2 battles. Like, it's just what, you know, just take Pokemon battles and double it. But it introduces so many more variables and ways to play the game. It's just so cool. I'm more of a single battle person myself, but double battles make sense for a format for, like, you know, competitive Pokemon and stuff like that. I'm not good enough to, like, figure out how to utilize double battles effectively. And now we can just gang up on this Lotad. You can also fight your own Pokemon, which I almost did there by mistake, but I don't want to do that. And there we go, our first taste of double battles. We battled together, but we both lost. You're strong. We have to train lots more. Okay, I think... Yeah, we're still... Oh, Zigzagoon got something. A Great Ball. Nice. There's some more berries over here. We got 2 cherry berries. And 2 Lepa berries. Ooh, Lepa berries are interesting. Lepa berries will restore PP by 10, I believe. Yeah. So that's pretty good. If you have like moves that don't have a lot of PP, then you can get them back. And a Chesto berry from this old lady. The Chesto berry will restore you from sleep. Trainers often make Pokemon hold berries. It's up to you whether you grow berries or use them. Why keep it a secret? I'm the water Pokemon expert! Huh? You don't know me. My guy, you're like the 3rd route fisherman. I don't think you're going to be much of an expert, and I bet you've got nothing but Magikarp that don't know any fucking attacks. And Ralts is about to run out of PP. A good chance to use our Lepa berries? Maybe. But also, we're coming up to the next town, so like, that's a complete waste. Speaking of complete waste, I don't know why. They did this so often in like the early generations. Like, I think even up till Generation 4, they always had a trainer that just had all Magikarps. And it's just such a waste of time and energy. So, you all having a good time? Thrilling stuff. Wow, so every level it goes up, it gets 4 extra EXP. From level 5 it was 21, from level 6 it was 20... Was it 25? I'm pretty sure it was 25. Maybe I missed it. Was it 20 and then 24? I don't know. I paid enough attention to know that there was a change, but I've already forgotten what levels, what figures it was. I think it was 21 and 25. It was either that or 20 and 24. I'll figure out here because this gives me 30, so it was... That doesn't make sense. I don't know. I thought I wasn't too bad, if I may say so, but I guess not. Bleh. Bleh. Cool, thanks guy. I believe that is the last trainer on the route. But there's a sneaky little fence here we can go around. Just going around the outskirts of Rustboro City to find an X-Defend, which I will not be using because I don't use them. but thank you for letting me have it. And anything on this side? No. Alright. Oh, that's the Pokemon art. The old Silver Sabrani lives in a cottage by the sea. He goes for walks in the tunnel every so often.
Oh, you have Pokemon with you too. When I get bigger, I'm gonna go to places with Pokemon. The Pokemon gets experience in battles. It can sometimes change in the way it looks. A Pokemon changes shape. If one did that, I'd be shocked.
Damn, don't know what happened to her voice there. Hello, my Pokemon evolved. It has a lot of HP now. I should buy super potions for it instead of ordinary potions. Oh no! Paralyzed heals instead of antidotes, just in case I run into distribution pedalboards. Yeah, I dealt with that. I'm getting an escape rope just in case I get lost in a cave. I just need to use it to get back to the entrance. I was gonna make a dark joke there, but I'm gonna avoid that. Let's see, is there anything we can sell? I might just sell the X Defend and the 275. I got a whole bunch of these. Like, to me, this is just money. I don't use the X items, especially because we're gonna try not to use items in battle, so it's not, yeah. Let's buy more Pokeballs. You don't mind if I do. Since this whole playthrough is gonna revolve entirely around Pokeballs only, I don't really need to, like, save money for, like, better balls. Potions, maybe, but not really at the minute. We've been getting so many from our Zigzagoon army. Let's see, what was I gonna do there? Oh, I was gonna reorganize my bag. I like to put my bag in a certain order. So, Paralyzed Heal goes there, Ether will go here. I always go HP restoring, status restoring, and then PP restoring in that order. And then other, like, useful things, so like escape rope and then repels would go in that order. And then anything below repel is just miscellaneous. I can probably put that King's Rock away in the PC. It does give you a chance to flinch enemy Pokemon with every attack, so it's not too bad. Let's check in here. For my own Pokemon, I give them perfectly suited nicknames. It's my expression of originality. Yes, that's it. This is Dick Nips. Pikachu.
But given the name Pikachu to a Pikachu, it seems pointless. I suppose it is good to use a name that's easy to understand, but I don't know. I'm old.
It's a big building. Devon Corporation's workers live in this building. I don't know why I just gave her a normal voice.
My daddy's working at the corporation. My daddy made this, but I can't use it, so you can have it.
A Premier Ball? Oh shit, okay. Your dad just makes those? Way back in the old days, Devon was just a teeny tiny company. Bye! Cool. Yeah, I'm sure it was one day. Devon's president likes to collect rare stones. I think the president's son also collects rare stones. My god, you guys have riveting conversations. Thanks, guys. Bye. I'm out of here. This whole building for like 5 bits of dialogue and 1 Premier Ball. And people complain that we can't enter buildings anymore. Okay, Pokemon Center. This is where I need to be. Heal me! Thank you. Alright, and what about you?
Just like people, there are male and female Pokemon, but no one seems to have any idea how they're different.
Generation 4 changed that. The man next door gave me an HM. I used it to teach my Pokemon how to cut down skinny trees. Can I help you, sir? My Pokemon has a naive nature, and my friend has a jolly nature. It's fascinating how Pokemon have personalities. And we're not going to tell you what that means. Alright, here's our Pokemon that we caught. So let's get these guys organized. Let's see. 55, 25, 34... so 25. These guys go in the next box. And then you are 36. So these 3 go in the box after. I'll figure them out in a moment. And then we'll move these guys over. Okay, so you are 25. So that is here. I think these guys were 15 and 17, okay. Right, so 12. Oh, well, there's a wormhole right here. So I do want to check between them to just check their stats and compare, and then whatever one is the like slightly better one will be the one that gets evolved. So this has a 10 defense, but this one has a 9 attack. This one is slightly better, I think, total. I mean, it doesn't matter, really, but I always do check this way. 8, 12, 8, 8. Oh, that was just better. Like 2 more attack. I guess 2 less defense, so it kind of evens out. And then this one actually has 1 more HP. So you know what? This is going to be the one. There we go. I believe that's the right order. So 14, 15, this will be 16, 17, and this will be 18. There we go. And these guys here, we have 55, 34, 36. So this is box that'll be 31 to 60. So this is 36 right here. And you're 34, so you need to go here. You are... Was it you, 36? Yeah. And you're 55, so 60, 54, so 55 goes here. Alrighty. Let's check. I imagine these guys still have it. Yeah. Hasn't gone away yet. Alrighty. Let's see. 7 hours of playtime. We are, now that we've sort of gotten through all the grindy stuff with like getting our team member and wild encounters. I mean, there's gonna be more grinding of wild encounters as we progress, but we should hopefully start picking up the pace a wee bit. Oh, who might you be? You're a new face around these parts. Have you just transferred into the Pokemon Trainer School? Is that what this building is? I don't really want to go through here. Oh, it's not. Okay. Every Pokemon has a special ability that it can use. Pokemon are such strange creatures. Wow, man, that's fucking riveting. Everyone in this town just loves talking about Pokemon instead of like, man. Oh, what the fuck's going on here? Oh, it's so hard every day. What's hard? You need to ask? It's trying to figure out what to make for meals every day. It really isn't easy to come up with meals every day. It is whenever you're a fussy eater like me, so therefore you just have the same thing all the time, every time. And yes, that sounds boring, but it might be a mental thing. It might be a phobia. I don't know. I have something wrong in my brain and I can only eat a couple things. Oh, hello. Welcome to the Pepper household. I have a question for you. Have you ever babysat? You see, I'm a new father, so raising a child is all new to me. And I have a problem. My daughter, Walda, doesn't laugh enough. I think she'd laugh for me if I told her something funny. You know a funny word or phrase you can tell me? Sure. Don't be inappropriate. I think this is to get some special wallpapers in the game. We could let me just look that up. So, Pokemon Emerald Walda. Yeah, it's a secret code thing. God. Sure, whatever. We are in Pokemon Emerald. English. I need my trainer ID. Okay. Peekaboo, peekaboo. Okay. My trainer ID. 42391. Oh. Oh, there's a lot more in here that you can get. Oh wow, I did not realize. So we can basically get a custom. We can basically get a custom box. Hmm. I mean, this is pretty neat, but I thought oh my god, there's so much to look at. We can get a Zigzagoon one. Okay, what's the very first option? I can't believe that it's this customizable. You can basically choose the color of the box, as well as like a whole bunch of different options. I had no idea that that was the case. Hmm. Yeah, well, we'll do that. Okay. I'll do one just for to get one and show it, but here we go. So here's the thing that it generated for me. Of course, the funniest thing that I could ever say, and Lord knows I could absolutely say it, is I was going to say something just inappropriate. I'm like, nah, this is we're telling a child whatever it is I'm going to say. I didn't want to be inappropriate. But of course, what we all want to say out loud with our words that we can definitely say and pronounce, as we all know, is you know? I'm one of Devon Corporation's top researchers, so how about I do something in return for you? I'll have some new wallpaper patterns for the boxes in the PC Pokemon storage system. In the wallpaper pattern, select friends. That will give you access to the new wallpaper patterns. I thought it was just going to be like a bunch of preset ones, because there are, but like literally that website that I was on, you can basically make a custom wallpaper. Obviously there are a whole bunch of presets to it, like different like symbols and stuff, but you can choose colors and stuff. Again, like a preset list of colors, but that's kind of interesting. But let's go have a look. Is this the guy that just gave us the wallpaper? Let's see. So, wallpaper, friends. Ah, there you go. So yeah, this is the one that I just selected. So it's called Pokemon Center, and I selected a red background and then white accents, which is all the Pokeballs, and then I selected Pokeballs as like the supplementary image. So if I was to go back there now and like enter a new phrase, I could like generate a new like thing. We'd get a whole new box basically. What a weird thing. Like I was hoping that you could kind of just go through and like unlock a whole bunch of them so that you had multiple different boxes, but no, that's not how it works. That determined expression, the limber way you move, and your well-trained Pokemon. You're obviously a skilled trainer. No wait, don't say a word, I can tell just by looking at you. I'm sure that you can put this hidden machine to good use. Don't need to be modest or shy, go on, take it. We got HM01, which is... that hidden machine, or HM for short, is Cut. An HM move is one that can be used by Pokemon outside of battle. Any Pokemon that's learned Cut can chop down the thin trees if the trainer has earned the Stone Badge. And unlike a TM, an HM can be used more than once. So now we have Cut, which is just a normal type move, and all the Zigzagoons can learn it. So I'll just teach it to one of them. One of the handy things about having a Zigzagoon army is not having to teach this to one of my actual Pokemon that I plan on using. But now we can cut trees after we get the gym badge. What do you say? When they were expanding the city of Rustboro, my dad helped out. He made his Pokemon use Cut to clear the land of trees. Damn. So this guy's beat the gym leader. He must be pretty cool. Is this the trainer school? It is. But it's not going to be easy winning with my fire type Pokemon. Fire type don't match up well against rock type. That's not a good sign. If I go to the school, be able to catch rare Pokemon easily? I don't know about that. You can have a 2-on-2 battle even if you're not with another trainer. If you catch guys of 2 trainers when you have 2 or more Pokemon, they'll both challenge you. Don't you think it'd be cool if you could just beat 2 trainers by yourself? I did to get here. Is there anything behind this building? No? Okay. Why is this here, enclosed behind another building? Like, this seems like an awkward place to live. Roxanne, the gym leader, really knows a lot about Pokemon. She's really strong, too. Trainer school is excellent. If you study there, you could even become a gym leader. You think? I can do... Really? Man. Well. Here we go. Wait, is that Scott? I didn't know he was in here. Also, I just revealed his name without... Hello, didn't we meet before? I think back in Petalburg City. Let me introduce myself. My name's Scott. I've been traveling everywhere in search of outstanding trainers. More specifically, I'm looking for Pokemon battle experts. So, what brings you to this school? Are you a trainer too? The first thing you should do is have a Pokemon learn the move Cut. If I remember correctly, someone in this town has Cut. I've never come in this building, because I never bother with the trainer school, because I don't fucking need it. I didn't know he was in here. So this is like the first time he properly introduces himself? I thought he introduces himself in one of the later interactions. Yeah, that's Scott. I spoiled his name. Pokemon can hold items, but they don't know what to do with man-made items like potions or antidotes. Pokemon holding a berry will heal itself. There are many kinds of items that Pokemon can hold. Boy, it sure is hard taking notes, Don. I'm trading Pokemon with my friend right now. I always wanted to see that, and I'm finally getting one. You know how some Pokemon moves can cause confuse Pokemon? A confused Pokemon will sometimes attack itself without meaning to, but once it leaves battle, it will return to normal. I almost can read. I'm trying to read too fast because I'm trying to get to the next section, but... What the fuck? Students who don't study get a little taste of my Quick Claw. Whether or not you're a good student will be evident from the way you use this item. What do you mean, get a little taste of your Quick Claw? Like, you just went down and, like, scraped the kids' faces with it? I didn't realize the Quick Claw was fine here. Basically, Quick Claw will sometimes let Pokemon go first, which they otherwise wouldn't. Which is a pretty good item. It's obviously on a percentage basis. I think it's like 20% maybe. But still, I didn't realize you got that so early. I think I talked to you already. Yeah, I did. We're almost done with all the rambling in buildings. Just try to be very thorough. When you get a train from someone close fast, if you don't have certain gym badges, you may not obey you guys. Have you taken the Pokemon Gym Challenge? When you get that shiny gym badge in hand, I guess trainers begin to realize what is required of them. I have not. I've only just reached the building here. Huh? My Pokemon's cute? Sure, I knew that, but if you really want, I'm only traded to you. I'll trade you my seat up for Ralts if you want. Interesting. I mean, I've got a bunch of spare Ralts. In all sorts of places, there are all sorts of Pokemon and people. I find that fascinating, so I should go to all sorts of places. I mean, I don't need to do a trade with this guy, but it is interesting. It is one of these things that, like, Chugga Conroy has talked about in, like, this Heart Gold Soul Silver playthrough. But, access to Pokemon that will help you in the gym, being nearby a gym. So, like, he'll trade you a C-Dot. Obviously, I've got these guys, which 2 of them have Pokerus. But I also got this one over here. So I could trade this one away. It's like, what's most useful to keep? Impish, Rash, and Modest. I mean, this is the one that got me the Modest one I have now. Like, it's kind of special, but also we have 2 Modest Nature Ralts. We don't really need that. So we could trade this one away. Oh wait, is that one Rash as well? Do I have 2 Rash Natures? I do. Okay, then you know what? I'll trade that one away. Why not? And like, yes, it kind of feels a bit wrong to trade away one of my Pokerus Pokemon that I was storing, but I think we'll be all right. We've got a couple more in here. Also, you there, because you... Oh no, you do have it. Okay, that's fine. All right, we'll come back for things that are good in a moment. I really don't like this guy watching me at the PC. I don't think we did any in-game trades in Generation 2. A lot of times they're really not that worth it, and like, part of my overall completion of the game, I was considering doing all the in-game trades as well, but They don't have like my OT or anything like, or yeah, they have like the in-game OT, so it's like whatever. To be careful not to actually trade the one I kept. Bye bye, Ralts. Bye bye. But still, like a neat novelty of like, you know, you can get these like Pokemon with unique trainer IDs and names that you could then trade up to later generations. So like at some point I might go back and get the trade evolutions in Generation 1 and 2 just for like full completion. But it's not that important. We got dots. Hey, please be good to my Pokemon. Why did you laugh like that? In all sorts of places there are all sorts of Pokemon and people. I find that fascinating, so I go to all sorts of places. Do you come with a grass type move? You come with an item. Relaxed nature, obtained in a trade. Early bird, awakens quickly from sleep. A Chesto Berry. It has bide and harden. I thought it was going to come with like bullet seed or something. And it had the Chesto Berry, so that's really not all that interesting, my guy. Oh well. Alright, let's switch back out. I'll put the C-Dot sort of separate from my actual Pokemon because I'm going for Pokemon with my trainer ID, so he'll just sort of sit there, get traded up at one point once we beat everything, but for right now, he just gets to chill. Right, let me just see if there's anything else in the town that I have missed. I believe not. There is... yep, everything is good. I mean, we've got this one big building to our left, but we're going to be going in there pretty soon. I think it is gym challenge time. Boomerang. So I think we save and we get ready to go in because... wait, did I save? I don't think I did. I hit B. But yeah, I think it's gym challenge time. We'll take this on and then we'll call this an episode. And the reason I'm sort of wrapping it up now, I kind of feel like I could keep going, but I am going to see Matt later tonight. So I am going to finish stream, have some food, go see Matt, and then I'm going to come back later tonight and I might stream some more because I want to keep playing Pokemon. That's pretty much all there is to it. Here we go. Don't take us gym trainers lightly. I'll show you why we're here, or why we're better. What? I can't read. Well, this youngster Josh only has one Pokemon, and it's Geodude. Also, another Rock-type gym to start off the adventure. So, 3 generations in, and we've already done a repeat gym as a starting gym. Oh, that's kind of tough. This might be close. I kind of need a confusion to get knocked off. I could hit it with a Groyle. Oh, I forgot about my Oran Berry. Yes, that does help. All right. First one down. Good XP, but not good enough XP. I was too good for him. Oh, I'm sorry, Josh. Sorry, buddy. Buckaroo. Friendo. Okay, there is another trainer. I thought it was maybe just the one guy. Oh, there's a double battle coming up, I think. That could be hard. I could heal with a potion, but like we're right next to the Pokemon Center. I don't want to waste it. I don't want to waste another Oran Berry so soon. I kind of feel like I should save them for the gym leader. Because I think that's where I'm going to get more utility out of them. Okay. I'm going to drop a save here. I think this guy is going to like let me get into the line of sight for the two of them for a double battle. And maybe it'd be smarter to do a single battle, but let's do double battles where we can. If you can't beat me, you won't stand a chance against Roxanne. We might be in the middle of town, but so what? My rock Pokemon need room to rampage. And maybe for XP gains I should have went for each of them separately, but we'll see. It's a 4 Pokemon battle. And more Geodudes. A little bit weaker than the last one, so that's not too bad. Now, Torchic is at a disadvantage, but I'm going to gang up on one Pokemon. Going to go for the Focus Energy for the potential critical hit. Well, did about half. Good Mud Sport. Which weakens electricity, but you're immune to electricity, so that seems completely pointless. Hit you again, and actually I'll go for this one, because Ralts might knock out Geodude on its first hit, or on its next hit. No, not quite. What a wasted attack. Okay. Let's get you knocked out, and then we'll go for you again. Level 12 for Torchic. Nice. Oh, that's alright. This guy's got 4 Pokemon. Well, going long term with the Focus Energy is not a bad call then. In double battles, if we were to focus entirely on this right Pokemon, then what can happen is there's only one trainer left, and so it becomes a 2-on-1 the entire match. Sometimes it's a strategy to like just focus on one trainer's Pokemon rather than like taking them out one at a time, which is what I am doing right now. Let's go with you again. You can just go for Scratch because it'll be enough. Critical hit, unnecessary critical hit. Put it on the counter. Ralts level 10. Nice, nice, nice. And another Geodude, of course. Ooh, that one KO'd. Nice. And then we can gang up on this guy and probably take him out in one hit. And one combined hit. Oh, we got the critical hit. That's good. And a burn! A side effect from Ember is it can potentially burn the enemy. I think it's a 10% chance. And with a burn physical attack damage, that Pokemon's physical attack is halved. Not that it mattered because it fucking died. Oh man, our challenger's one feisty customer. That was a good fight. Okay. I'm feeling confident in our team. Let's go and heal up and we'll prepare for the gym battle. Let's give you an Oran Berry. There you go. Also, Zigzagoon got an item while it was in there, an escape rope. I'm never going to have any problems escaping from any dungeon in this game. Okay. So here we are. Our first gym battle. Let's drop a save. Against the rock-type gym leader of the Hoenn region, Roxanne. We've got 2 Pokemon. I believe she may have 3. Let's see how we do. Hello, I am Roxanne, the Rustboro Pokemon gym leader. I became a gym leader so that I might apply what I learned at the Pokemon Trainer School in battle. Would you kindly demonstrate how you battle and with which Pokemon? Leader Roxanne would like to battle, starting out with Geodude, level 12. Okay, so we're a bit of a level disadvantage as well, but let's hope that we can do some good damage here. Come on, Ralts. Kind of relying on you here for this early game. Rock Tomb misses. Okay, that's not too bad. I love this music so much. Oh, she's using a potion. Damn. Sneaky. Wouldn't mind a cheeky confuse right about now. We got the Rock Tomb. Physical rock type move. Oh, that's good damage. And my speed dropped. Okay. I think even with this recovery, Ralts dies to the next hit. Okay, that's fine. But Rock Tomb reduces your speed, meaning that Now we're slower than it, so that is a problem. Oh, it has rock throw as well? Shit, okay. Right, well, Ralts is down, so we're over to Torchic now. Okay, I can't really afford to have it lower my speed. But I kind of need to get my focus energy out as a backup. Level 13. No new moves. Sending out another Geodude. Okay, let's go for focus energy. I'm gonna try not to use like the Zigzagoon as part of like the actual fight. If both of my Pokemon fail, then it's over. Oh my god, that was massive damage. And the speed drop, well, I think that's it, over. We maybe came here too early. I thought I was like, oh, I fucking just spammed the button thinking it was gonna be on Ember. Oh well. Yeah, I kind of thought to myself that, what was it, that, well, we lose our first fight there, so I'm just gonna reset and get back there. Their names are puns. My whole life, my whole life, my whole life, Waddy. I mean, yes. Okay, so this is a bit early. We are not quite effective enough right now. We're taking too much damage. So I would have thought that Torchic was a bit overleveled at level 12/13, but I guess it's about the right level. I thought having only 2 Pokemon at this early stage meant that I had too much going for me. So we'll continue to play for a little bit because there are more trainers we can fight. We're here at Route 15. I don't believe there's any wild encounters on this route at the moment. Exploring a cave isn't like walking on a road. You never know when wild Pokemon will appear. It's full of suspense. We can see a little area there to the right we cannot access because of these ledges, but we can get there later in the game. Some water here, obviously. We cannot do anything about that. And a super potion. And another cool feature is having our footprints in the sand that disappear as we walk. It's such another like small thing that was just like, yep, they didn't have to, but they did it. I like it. Let's get you under the blanket there, Diz. Okay, so let's go to Route 116. We do have new Pokemon here, I believe. Rustboro City and Route 116. So on this route, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 new Pokemon we can find. We are not looking for Pokemon at this moment. We're just going for the trainer battles. But if we find any of those Pokemon, then I'll catch them. We got Youngster Joey? It's not the same Youngster Joey though, right? He's got a Machop, which Ralts will be super effective against, so this should hopefully be a nice, quick, and easy fight. But I think we can really do with these extra levels. Maybe I'm about to learn that all this time I should have been doing some wild battle training, but I don't think I should need to. We are at a type disadvantage, but I guess Ralts' physical defense isn't amazing. That seemed like big XP, but not. Okay. And nothing in that. Oh, okay. Oh, we have a Tilo, which we don't need. So on this route, Tilo is a 20% encounter, so obviously gets a bit more common. Poochyena is a 28% encounter, because on this route we have a 20% that we're looking for, a 20% that we're looking for, a 10% that we're looking for, and a 2% encounter. So, you know, we've found Seedot, you know, so it's doubly more common than Seedot. And here is one of the new Pokemon, Nincada. We've already found one by a trainer, but here's our chance to catch one, so I guess let's go for it. This wasn't the plan. I wasn't trying to find new Pokemon. Ooh. Don't kill yourself. I want to catch you. Damn it. Okay, fine, fine, fine. Nice. Love that. Love finding it when we don't need to. So yeah, 3 of the Pokemon are at the same percentage chance at 20. Being Tilo, Nincada, and one of the other ones that we need. And then, yeah, obviously the other 2 are a 10 and a 2, so... Oh, I just realized I just circled the grass looking for this. I've just immediately instinctively gone like, oh, I have to find the wild Pokemon now, instead of the trainer fights that I've came here to do. Almost got away. That is another Poochyena. We can ignore that. holes for any items. I don't think so. What does this say? If you want to stop a Pokemon from evolving, press the B button while it's trying to evolve. The starter Pokemon will stop. It's called an evolution cancel. My bug Pokemon are tough. Let's battle. Bug catcher Jose with a Wurmple to start off with, level 8. I was thinking like I could use Groyle as Ralts to try and reduce the damage that Geodude was gonna do to me, but that would only affect the first Geodude, and then once the second one comes out, we just have to basically redo the cycle, so I didn't see the point. Another Nincada. Alright. Any new moves? I have no idea when you... Oh, double team. Well, that's not exactly what I was meant. I didn't mean that. Like, it will be useful. I can reduce the chances of the enemy hitting me, but I'd rather just, you know, do more options of damage. Hey, Whismur! Whismur is the other 20% encounter we need to find on this area. Spoiler alert, it's going to be 100% encounter rate pretty soon, so it doesn't actually matter if we catch it here, but we're going to. I had considered for one of my teams using the Whismur line, but I really just don't like it as a Pokemon all that much. So I just chose against it. I was like, I want to use Pokemon on my team that I like. So I just went against it. There we go. We got 2 more new Pokemon to find on this route. We got a Repel here. We don't believe in repels in this household. Removing the chance of random shinies is never something I want to engage with. I know the chances are still 1 in 8,192, but I like those odds. We're gonna do it. Nothing there, okay. Alright, new trainer here. I think we've got a double battle coming up as well. I study at school and I study on the way home too. Nerd! Everybody, she's a nerd! Oh, she's like 6. School kid Karen. Also, the fact that like there's like school kid and like preschooler and toddler, like, or well, maybe not toddler, I think it's maybe a bit young, but like these classes of trainer in like some of these games, it goes against the one thing that everyone knows from the anime, which is you get your first Pokemon at 10 years old, and then there's fucking 5-year-olds that are throwing out Rattatas at you, and it's like, oh, okay. I guess we can just make shit up then? There is no law to this universe? I'm in shock. I lost? Yeah. I bet you can't even fucking spell the word lost, man. I'm trying to like burn a child, and I'm failing miserably. Oh, Abra! Abra is the 10% encounter on this route. Abra will run away after the first turn using the move Teleport. So all you can do is throw a Pokeball in hell and pray. We love to see it! And Abra is the Pokemon that also can learn Synchronize. Now, so it can be found here. It can be found at an area a little bit later, but it's always a 10% encounter. And obviously having one turn to throw a ball and hope that it gets caught is not ideal. I need to find Abra on my Pokedex now. Abra is there. Number 63. Okay, now get back down to Hoenn. There we go. So yeah, we only have one new encounter left on this route, which was not what we were planning to do right now, but, you know, why not? Talo. I did hear a Talo cry just a moment ago. Oh, Ralts is kind of weak, actually. Nothing in those bits. Nothing there. If we time these guys right... Actually, I don't even think we need to time it. If we just sprint through here, they'll both look at us. Or you can get a double battle there instead. It's a dead end up here. I'm bored. So can we battle? Fine. We can battle. We got a Shrimish and a Geodude. And one of these guys only has one Pokemon. Okay. You use Confusion on Geodude and Ember on Shrimish. Oh, it didn't get KO'd? Damn. Stun Spore, but it missed. That's pretty good. And Defense Curl. So they've just basically threw away this entire battle. So Confusion again, Ember again. Level 13. We have a Lotad, okay. I'm not sure if it's this game or a different game, but isn't there a... Yeah, you press start. I never do this for a long time. I think I accidentally had it happen, but normally on a double battle, like the screen can't show you the HP numbers, but if you press start, you can see them. And that is so useful to know. It took me until like maybe a couple years ago to learn that feature. I don't even remember what game I was playing. It might have even been like Diamond, Pearl, Platinum or something, but it's just crazy that I didn't know that as a kid. Losing made me tired. That was fun even though I lost. We're getting some good money now. And how are we doing? Oh yeah, I completely forgot about these guys. A Great Ball, okay. I think Ralts will be okay for this fight. We'll rock you hard. I don't like that. Hiker Devon with a Geodude. Is he going to use Defense Curl? What a guess. Okay, Ralts level 12. That'll help out a little bit. Did I see that right? Is Ralts' physical attack 9? Jesus Christ. Look at our special attack though, 17. I mean, Torchic is 26, damn. But obviously, well, I was gonna say obviously there's some evolution to go, but so does Torchic. But 17 versus 26, man. It might just be that Ralts is a naturally weaker Pokemon, but when it does evolve, I think it is still good. Maybe just the base form Ralts is pretty not great. It'll be okay. And there we are. Ay, 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 no contest at all. Funky accent I've given this character. Roar! I want to dig that tunnel. This tunnel right here. We find an X special. Anything on this little tile here? No? Okay. What is this? There's a small indent in the wall. Peculiar. Maybe we'll learn about that soon. One day. Alright. Let's go in here. See what's in here. Welcome to Rustboro Tunnel. In this area, we have a Pokeball. We like free Pokeballs. But in this area, we find 100% Whismur. I don't know why. I always hated this tunnel for this exact reason, that there was literally nothing else in, like, Zubat over and over and over and over and over again is annoying. I can't be arsed with fucking 100% Whismur. We got some rocks here that we can't get through, so unfortunately this is a dead end. We did hear people say it is a dead end, so there you go. But yeah, I don't know what the reason is behind Whismur being the only thing that inhabits this one cave, but I hate it because I just hate... I don't like Whismur. It's such a terrible design. There's nothing for me in here. Let's get out of here. And we can't use cut on this. There are more trainers there, but we have to beat the gym leader before we can get to them. And this guy's blocking this guy's door, so we are at our limit. We didn't really get a whole lot of extra levels. We might actually have to fight some wild Pokemon. I'll leave Ralts in the front, actually. But real quick, since we're here, we may as well get this last Zigzagoon up to level 11. And in the process, we might find that final Pokemon that we need, which is a 2% encounter, by the way. So, gonna have to do a little bit of searching. I wasn't planning on doing all the Pokemon on this route right now. I was gonna just do the gym and finish, but it is what it is. So, we'll just knock out whatever we find. We'll get to level 11, and then I'll move on to the gym. If I find the Pokemon that's 2%, then great. And if I don't, then oh well. We'll look for it next episode. I should check and see if it's repel trickable, actually. Kinda, yeah, actually. So we would eliminate Whismur and Nincada and Abra from the encounter pool, making it only Poochyena, Tailo, and the last Pokemon. Which Poochyena is 28, Tailo is 20, so that's 48. And then this last Pokemon takes up 2%, so 50. So we would effectively double the chances of finding it by doing the encounter, the repel trick. I believe that's how that works. It would go from 2% to 4%. And Poochyena would go from 28 to 56, I think. And Tailo from 20 to 40. I think that's how it works. I don't know. I never really need to use repel trick all that often. But it might be useful. And there we go, level 11. That was fast. Nice, so all of our Zigzagoons are at a higher potential now, and we've already got some items. A repel. And an antidote. Well, that's all the searching I needed to do here. Let's head back to the Pokemon Center. We'll do a little heal, and then we'll try the battle again. We might really be struggling in this fight. We gained some levels on Ralts, but I don't think that's going to be enough to change the course of the fight. We might actually have to do some wild Pokemon grinding. I mean, realistically, also, they expect you to use items in battle because you're a trainer and you're allowed to do that, but we're going to try not to do that. If I have to do a little bit of grinding, then so be it. Alright, Roxanne, let's try this again. I don't think this is going to go any differently. Hello, I am Roxanne, the Rustboro gym leader. Blah, 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 blah. We already read this. I kind of forgot that we'd read it already. Here we go! Alright. Maybe we should be a little rat and use some double team. Because if we can avoid getting hit, then, we won't get hit. And Rock Tomb doesn't have good accuracy, but it is a move that she likes to use. This feels kind of scummy, but also we're going to need all the tricks we can get to be able to succeed in this fight, I think. And there's a drop. Did I... Well, I didn't put the Oranberry back on. Shit. Alright, well, Ralts, you're just going to have to play the evasion game. We've got 3 on there. I think it's time to start doing some damage. One good news there is even with a speed drop, we didn't get outsped by the Geodude, so we're in a good spot for speed. She's using a potion because she has no morals and ethics, but I do. Ah, yes, confusion. Come on, hit yourself. Damn. It isn't all down to my double teams. Thankfully, the accuracy of Rock Throw is also bad. Rock is just notorious for having like really inaccurate, like a lot of the moves in Generations 1 to 3 are just inaccurate for some reason. And if this is how we have to beat the gym, then so be it. Nice. Another potion, okay. It's kind of good that she's wasting them now, because then she's not going to waste them on her ace Pokemon. Oh, we outsped. Oh, it landed on a rock tomb. I think that's it. Ralts is out. Yep, but you did good job. You did good job. Alright. Kind of feel like we just go for the focus energy now. We're gonna need it. Not against this guy, but against the next one. Yep, I was hoping that we get a miss from him, which means we go into the next Pokemon, or from her, sorry. We go into the next Pokemon with a full HP Torchic with level 14. Do we get anything new for that? No new moves, okay. A little bit extra stats though, and Nosepass. Level 15. We have our focus energy. We have our Ember. Let's just go for Ember. Pray for a burn. Oh, that does nothing. That does actually nothing. Oh my god, and it basically one-hit KOs. Okay, I'm still not quite ready for this fight. And it finished. Oh, it didn't finish me off with a tackle. Critical hit. Not very effective. Burn? No, okay. Well, we're not winning this fight. He could have missed tackle again, but didn't. Damn. Okay, so that almost worked by having Ralts use double team. I think that's kind of just the way I have to play it. But man, because we're out of trainers that we can fight is the thing. Man, I don't know what we do. Go for another round and just see how we do, but... If I was using my Zigzagoon, we would have more utility, but I refuse to use them as part of the actual fight. That's how we did it in Generation 2 as well. We just gotta have to hope that Double Team gets us to the victory. It's gonna be a Ralts sweep. I really wasn't expecting the Nosepass to... I didn't put the fucking... I didn't put the Oran Berries on again. I wasn't expecting the Nosepass to resist the fire so heavily. I would have thought like its special would have been a bit weaker. Wow, it landed Rock Throw as well. Well, that's a restart. That gives me a chance at least to put on the Oran Berries this time because I forgot. Oh yeah, I can just do it this way. Poisoning awakens paralysis. I've got nothing that can boost their damage. I've got no other moves I can teach any of them. Just have to do this and hope. There we go, I missed right away. I'm gonna go back up to 3 double team just like the first time. My plan is if I get a confusion off that confuses the opponent, I'll use another double team while it's confused. Okay, we're at level 3. Let's start chipping away. It landed a Rock Tomb. That's okay. Speed drop, not great. Not enough of damage to trigger my Oran Berry, but that's okay. I keep forgetting she's using the potions. It makes me go like, oh, I should just use my potions, but like, no. Oh, critical hit, nice. Okay, hopefully you can survive this next Geodude. You didn't get past this one last time. I'm gonna go for another double team, just to really increase my chances a bit, because I'm a bit wary. Really kind of needed that Oranberry to trigger like after the first hit, so I had higher HP, but I suppose no matter what, Ralts is always in a state of 2 hits kill it. Another potion. Maybe I should utilize her potion turns as my additional double team turns, but... Oh, nice. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, maybe Nosepass has a high special defense stat, and that's how it was able to withstand the fire. I mean, obviously there's also the type matchup, like Rock is resistant to fire. Okay, we are fully maxed out on evasion. We can't go any further. We just gotta rely on not ever getting hit. And I think what I'm gonna do, once Nosepass comes out, I'm gonna start using Growl on it as well, so that if Ralts does get hit, then... Oh, nice. Level 13. So that if Ralts does get hit, then at least we can get it to do less damage against Torchic. Let's start growling. Oh, it's using Harden. Well, that's fine, because I'm only using special moves anyway for both of these Pokemon. So that's fine. You go ahead and boost your physical defenses. It means nothing to me. I'm going to take this guy down as far as I can go. He's boosting as high as he can go. I think this is going to work. I think this is going to be the one. I had to scum it a little bit with double team. Oh, block. I had to skip. Oh, that's okay. I wasn't switching out anyway. I had to scum it a little bit with double team, and that feels a little bit cheap, but at least it's an in-game move I'm using and not like just spamming potions. So I think it's if anything, it's kind of like more interesting to be able to do it this way. Obviously, people don't like evasion in Pokemon. They think it's a bit of a cheap stat. I don't like how much this guy's boosting his physical defense. It's a good thing I'm not using physical moves. Yep, he's not hitting me. I think that was our last Growl. I mean, I can check the numbers and verify. So, yep, that was 6. So he is all the way down for his physical attack. We should hopefully be able to survive plenty of hits now moving forward. Oh, critical hit. Nice. And he can't hit me for shit. Nice. Oh, that did very little. Oh, it's also got an Oranberry on it. Okay, fine. Still boosting your physical defense, won't matter. I'm not even worried about getting hit now with all the Growl that I did. It's got like no damage in it anymore, I would imagine. Because every time you increase or reduce a stat by 1 stage, let's say your stat was 50, then if you increase, let's go with 100, it's a bit easier to do it that way. If your stat was 100, if you had 100 in physical attack, and you boosted your physical attack by 1 stage, you boost it by 0.5 times. So your attack of 100 goes to 150. So by taking his attack from, let's say 100, down 6 stages, it goes, you know, from 100 to 50 to 25 to 12.5 to whatever. Like, we're taking that guy down crazily. But Ralts, with double team and Growl, has swept the gym. So I lost. It seems that I still have much more to learn. I understand. The Pokemon League's rules state that trainers are to be given this if they defeat a gym leader. Please accept the official Pokemon League Stone Badge. And $1,500. There we go. Our first gym badge. The Stone Badge heightens the attack power of your Pokemon. It also enables them to use the HM move Cut outside of battle. Please take this with you too. It's TM39, which of course is Rock Tomb. It not only inflicts damage by dropping rocks, it also lowers speed. If you use a TM, it instantly teaches the move to a Pokemon. Remember, a TM can only be used once, so think before you use it. After that fight, no additional things there. Torchic didn't even get used. I'm gonna take the Oranberries back off of everyone just to preserve them. But yeah, I'm really glad that Ralts was able to do that solo. Obviously, it involved like scumming double team, but I'm glad that it was able to do it by itself. So yeah, there we go. Our first gym badge is attained, and we can move on from here. I don't really know what I'm doing with my... Oh yeah, I was checking their EXP, because I think, yeah, Torchic is a little bit lower in terms of the progress bar, so I think we're gonna put Torchic up front. I think it was nice to have an episode there where Ralts, the new addition of the team, got the entire episode almost to herself completely. So Torchic will take over from here for the next episode, which might be later tonight. I haven't made a thumbnail for it yet, but I'll think of something. And yeah, for now, folks, thank you so much for watching, my friends. This was episode 2 of the Pokémon Master Challenge for Generation 3. We have 2 team members with our Torchic and our Ralts. Things are going well. We got Pokerus. That was insane. Crazy stream. Like, obviously, a little bit slow at parts. We still need to catch 1 new Pokemon on that new route, but things are moving. Things are in motion. And I'm looking forward to the next one, which may be later tonight. So thank you so much for watching, my friends. And I will see you all again next stream, maybe later tonight. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone. Have a good one. Bye. Bye. Bye.